see if we can get a ripping all the carpet out. Everything's right. Since I haven't been in southern Oklahoma, this thing hasn't really gotten driven at all. Ooh, the thing about this one is we're not crawling under 4 inches. You know what? Ooh. Bad boy. Fuel is a quarter of a tank. It's got me some old gas. Let's see. Yeah. Jeez, man, they don't play. The wrap job is not going to be easy, so you might as well enjoy it. I talked too soon. You know what that smell was?
What?
Antifreeze. It was going too easy. We're about to record an outro about how easy this was. I went all the way down to 80 grit to start knocking off. There were, you know, the rough decals that you put here for traction. And then I used 100 to get after this. You can see I've knocked off most of the oxidation now. The paint was so thin, we hit some exposed metal. And that decal, man, it was just, it ate up, between that and the sun, it ate up all of the clear coat paint, everything. So it was straight to the metal. That's the primer coat that I had on top. Scrubbed the hell out of it until it got pretty smooth. We're gonna attempt some wrap. Look at that bad boy. So that's all redone. I sanded it down, tried to get all the surface rust off. Hit all these components with a little truck bed liner coating. Look at that. Like a pro. That's the before. What we're working with. After. It's dark out here, but just getting this prepped up. I'll check it in the morning. It's kind of dark, but I think I'm gonna accent this piece, and I'll probably just wrap this section here that I sanded here. Picked up, sanded, picked up, sanded. Gonna hit this section right there. Done. Accent pieces. Look at that boy. Man, that looks good. Back door taken apart. The holder for this tire. This had a locking lug on it that I couldn't get off, but I rigged two screwdrivers together. I got a little clip I'll show. Got it, motherfucker. But I got it to break and then I got it pulled off. So all of this is off. I had to cut the wire to the back light here that's above the tire, but that should be all right. So we'll get this prep taped off. Still got to take off the license plate cover. I'll remove this and remove this, and then we'll be wrap ready. I think I'm gonna leave the door on this side, and then we'll just wrap this sucker on, and then pretty sure I'm gonna do these rhino line, or rattle can, whatever you wanna call it. And then the rest of this will be wrapped except for the bumper. So I'll take the jack off and should be good to go. We'll see what happens here. I'm not gonna disassemble the door this time. I think I'm gonna just wrap to it. I mean, I might disassemble it. It's not much. We'll see. I haven't decided. I don't want to take off too much. I've still got this whole side to go. So I'm just gonna kind of work my way around the back over to there. So it's coming along, looks pretty good. So far the wrap's holding up on this side. Everything's staying solid. Keep on keeping on. All right, corner done. It's probably the one I'm the least happy with, just because I didn't know how to round this corner. I ended up having to make little cuts here to get these to fold on top of each other, and I just think I could have probably done a better job. So maybe sometime in the future I'll fix this corner. I've got some ideas, but still not sure. But making the turn into the door and the base, all done. Painting the tag, wires ripped out, so I'm gonna have to try to solder those back, but handle's done. It's all looking pretty good. There's some imperfections here, but again, when you step away like 1 foot, it looks fantastic. So not a job to do on a Lambo, but for a Jeep, I think I'm okay with it. Again, a few little bubbles, some bubble spots, but hopefully I can take a little needle to some of this. For some reason, these little ridges, as much as I work them and push, they still want to, bubbles still want to show up. Just holds little bitty air pockets. Usually I can get them to kind of go, but anyways, not terrible. Hopefully the next side, the last side, my skill set comes through here. Little tips and tricks, and then I'm gonna save that grill for last. Oh, it's a labor, man. It's labor. You gotta have some patience. So like that's, I'm talking to myself, maybe YouTube channel. You want to say something?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Honestly, this is pretty good because it's getting better because I'm getting it with him. And I don't know if Daddy gets my G. I hope I have a little G like my Mercedes.
Oh, wow. Well, you're doing a great job wrapping over there. Little helper for sure. All right, we'll see how the rest goes. Keep going piece by piece. All right, okay.
Looking good.
Down to the last few pieces. So, a little sanding, a little alcohol. Then we'll hit it with some of the Rhino line, spray liner, whatever you want to call it. Check this bad boy out. I got a few imperfections, but it's been raining. Spray line, sanded clean, spray lined all the way around. Same on the bottom. All this has been wrapped now. I'm sure I'm gonna have some vulnerabilities, but overall, this thing is looking pretty freaking good. You can see, I don't know if the camera will catch that, but there is a color difference. This is my last piece to wrap. And I gotta spray this top piece to match the liner, but I did all the plastic with the liner and just blacked this baby out. Everything here, I mean, it looks pretty freaking good. Caps, I've got to rewire the light. This is chrome, so I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with that, but a couple spots where I just overstretched cutting around here because I could not get these loose. I bent 2 Torx screws trying to get these off, which would be way better to go under here a little bit, but stretching this around and up, you can see I created just overstretched. I'm gonna heat and try to get the stick. If not, I mean, I may try to just cut a piece here and take one over, which will give me a tiny seam here, a tiny seam there, and then the rest will be hidden. So worst case, we'll pull that and do it, but got better than how I wrapped it up here. Got a good stretch, so there's no cuts on this one like the other one. So just a bunch of learning. But this stuff's nice because you go under, you're going under everything. So goals to finish this weekend, go get tires. I'm sure the bushings are shot. I don't know, we'll see if they'll do that, but just getting the ticky-tacky pieces now. Then a couple broken clips on some of the inside pieces I took off. So once we get these done, we'll put everything back together. There's flames on the differential, so I'm gonna sand those down, and I got some high heat spray. I'm just gonna hit those. Look ridiculous. So we'll just spray those, black it all out. Looking pretty gangster. That one's next. I got to get the ton of actuators out of that sucker. Got this bad boy out yesterday and then it rained. All right, first hit. Check this out. So cleaned it, just gave it a little rough sand, and then about to start giving it some layers here. So you can see if I pull my, go with some light. It's a little stinky. Stay back that way. Let's start with a light. Okay, sounds great. Just a super light coat. You can see I used way too rough a sandpaper, but I'll put enough coats on this to... Already looking better. We'll hit it with a few coats, but you can see I sanded too rough. I'll coat it up, but just use a lower grit. It's a Jeep. Man. Hopefully here shortly, you will see this done. Two more lifts on the way. I got to get some of these cars out of this house. That took way longer than I thought it would, but looks good. Look at that. That's that piece I painted. Put it back on. This mother effer was way harder than I thought it would be. All these little freaking slots, I was having to heat them up, stretch it way back in. I curled it around just to try to get it to stick. I did not wrap this piece. It actually looked pretty good, so I just left it. But yeah, overall, man, huge upgrade. Looks nice. I will finish putting accessories on tomorrow. Then we'll take it for tires and do a nice little walk around. I'll wipe it down, do a walk around, but that's looking good. Let me flip the camera around. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? Got these pieces all painted. That's painted, this is painted. Needs to be cleaned, but then I did all the hinges, boom, boom, on the hood. Still need to put the accessories on. They're over there drying. This is the only part I didn't murder out. I left that, just a little touch. But the rest, all the trim pieces have been painted. Bumper. Looking pretty legit. This is about the perfect time of day to not see all my F-ups, quite honestly. If you get real close, you start to see little things I did, like a cut here I didn't have to make, but I made just because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But we'll get lights back in, everything else back in, but pretty freaking decent for a first timer.
Damn. All right, after what, 2 months?
2 months.
The Jeep.
Rubber on these.
Yeah. Wrap is finally done. Looking clean.